Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Jdog for Jdog'S DVD Dungeon. I'm bringing you the review for Romero's 1985 classic, Day of the Dead, y'all. This is part 3 of my review. I just got a little correction from part 2 when I was talking about the scene in the conference hall where you had Captain Rhodes and the doctors were arguing and they were giving him the facts and the charts and stuff, and he's like, "You give me nothing but a mouthful of Greek salad," he tells him. Classic line. I just had to add that, by the way. But anyway, I talked about that and then her going to see Dr. Frankenstein. Well, actually, she went and seen Dr. Frankenstein first, and then they had that scene uh, with the showdown and everything, and that's where you have Captain Rhodes. He's talking about this is a military operation now, this is war. And you got Dr. Frankenstein, he comes in from the background like the peanut gallery, because Rhodes is talking, we got to shoot them all in the head, and Frankenstein's like, "The time would have done that, it would have been at the beginning, Captain Rhodes." And this is where they start getting all pissed off, and Rhodes is really agitated, like he's fucking spazzing. This is a scene that has to be seen. Like, some people say it drags on a little too long, but for me it really adds to like the depth of the characters and helps you understand like what they're going through down there. But anyway, you got Frankenstein's like, "We just need a little bit more time, Rhodes. Like, the equipment I got shitty," and before that you had McDermott complaining about his radio equipment, so Rhodes is pissed right off. He's like telling him, "You'll work with what you got, motherfuckers, and you'll fucking give me some results now." And Frankenstein's like, "Well, the key is to teach them to behave." And everyone's like, "What? What the fuck are you talking about, Frankenstein?" And Frankenstein's like, "Well, to keep them from eating us, for one." They're like, they're a little intrigued. They're like, "Well, what the fuck's the doc talking about here and stuff?" And he's like, "In time, I'll show you, I'll show you." So he buys himself and the rest of them a little time with Captain Rhodes. So then the scene continues on. Everyone's leaving the hall and stuff. You got Sarah, she goes back to where Miguel is, and they have a fight. Like, Miguel's like calling her a bitch and stuff, all pissed off. So she's like, "Enough of this. Like, you should be thankful you're with me." She more or less, she's thinking, "I'm the only woman here, so fuck you. Get the fuck out of here," she tells him. Like, beat the fucking streets. So Miguel, all pissed off, he leaves, probably go sleep with the military guys. Being the outcast that he is, he probably took a beating there anyway. But anyway, she's like all stressed out. She goes to go get some medication, and she runs into McDermott when she's out there. And he grabs her, takes her back, like, they're talking and stuff, like, "Hey, come back, check out our crib," he's telling her. So she goes back, like, you got John and McDermott, they're living in the back, kind of in the storage area. They got this little setup. So they go back there, they're drinking, they're getting drunk and stuff, and her and John are talking. Like, John's like, "The whole point of this, what you're doing, Sarah, like, it makes no sense. Like, what we ought to be doing is get the fuck out of here, go to some desert island and make us some babies," like he says. And she's like, "Yeah, you could do that, couldn't you, you fucker? You don't do nothing around here anyway." And he's like, "Shit, I could do that even if all this wasn't going on." And like, he's showing her all these records or the government had stored down there, and he's like, "Well, what's the point of all the shit you're doing? You're just gonna keep it down here for no one to see?" So that kind of opens her mind a little bit, and whatever. So after that, it cuts to another scene. It's time to go get some more zombies for Frankenstein's experiments. So you got a few of the soldiers, you got Miguel down there, Sarah and stuff, and they're rounding up some more zombies. And who do you got up on the pole again? Miguel. You think they would have learnt the first time, but hey, he's up working the pole again. He has himself a zombie all hooked up. They let it out of the corral. And Miguel's doing good this time. He's got control of it. Well, by chance, what happens? The strap breaks, slips off the zombie's neck. Zombie goes directly at Nicotero. Like Johnson, I think this character was. Takes him, bites him on the neck, and as he's going down, his gun flays up, fucking shoots another one of the soldiers. So you got two dead soldiers there. And in the whole melee, Miguel's standing there shocked. Well, one of them, because you got two zombies loose now, because they were working on two of them, and they're both cruising around, dragging these poles. Well, fucking Miguel starts wrestling with one. He gets bit on the arm. Guns are pulled, zombies are killed. You got Miguel running away like a madman. Well, Sarah and John, they manage to chase him down. knock him out with a rock. Like, he's bitten, he's infected. What are you gonna do? Smart thinking by Sarah. She pulls out her machete. It's a cool effect. This is some of Savini's better work, I think. Hacks the fucking Miguel's arm off. What I like, it's cool when they got the machete and she's digging through the bone. You can see his fingers moving. Adds to the effect anyway. But anyway, so now you got Miguel all fucking bandaged up, dead soldiers and stuff. Then it goes, he goes to a scene with Frankenstein and Bub. And you got Frankenstein. He's giving Bub different things to play with, like shows him a razor, a book. He's letting him listen to some symphony music on a cassette player and stuff. He's like, "Oh, very good, Bub. You need a reward now." Pulls out this bucket of mystery meat. It's like, what's this all about? And you got Bub. He's munching down on it. And at the same time this is going down, you got fucking Captain Rhodes and the crew. They happen to walk in and they're like, "What are you giving them in there, Frankenstein?" Frankenstein's like, kind of, and they're like, "What the fuck you giving them, man?" And they're walking in there and they see with the meat cooler, they got this freezer Frankenstein has, and he's got the soldiers in there. He's had them all cut up and he's feeding them to his prize zombies. Well, fucking Rhodes fucking flips right out. Like, because he's managed, just like this all, a little bit of this happened before, I kind of left it out, but he rounded up, like he has Fisher and stuff, the doctors, and he takes all their guns away and stuff. Fucking drops them. They're laying on the floor in the cooler, and he takes everyone down to, like, to where John and McDermott stay. And this is where they have, John has a showdown because, well, what had happened is Sarah and McDermott, they went to get some supplies because they were thinking of getting the fuck out of there. And the soldiers busted them, and then they came across Frankenstein and blah, 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 just to fill in the gaps. But anyway, now we have a showdown with John and Rhodes and his characters. And Rhodes, he's hard-ass. He's like, "Hey, drop your gun, fuck." He's got the fucking gun to Fisher's head. They don't comply. Boom, blows his head off like nobody's business. So now you got Fisher's dead laying on the ground. And what are you gonna do? They got the control. They fucking go and they throw Sarah and McDermott in the corrals with the zombies. Lock them in there. Rhodes and his boys, they've had enough. They're like, "We're fucking out of here, man. Flyboy, you're taking us out of here." He's like, "Nah, man, I ain't going anywhere." So you got Rhodes, he tells Steele, knock some sense into this guy. So you got Steele, he kicks the fuck out of him. Beats the shit out of him. But in the meantime, as all this is going on, you got Miguel, pissed off at everyone, figuring, fuck, shit's done anyway. Like, everything's going downhill, so he's dying. He wants to take everyone out. So he goes up top with the elevator into the yard, and they got this fence all around their compound. And you have the hordes of the undead have been piling up there for a while now. You got Miguel all bandaged up, one arm. He walks up to the gate. He's looking at the zombies. Fuck it. Opens her up. You got fucking thousands, like probably 2,000 zombies flooding into the place now. Miguel, he takes off onto the ramp of the elevator, lays himself down, stuffs his cross in his mouth, and waits till the zombies reach him. And as they get to him, they're like tearing him apart, eating him and shit. Real good effects again by Savini. Miguel pushes that button. Well, all of a sudden that elevator starts to come down, and they hear this. They're like, "What the fuck's that?" So you got Steele's like, or you got Rhodes tell Steele and Rickles, "Go check that out, see what's going on." Well, they go there just in time to fucking see the elevator coming down with hundreds of zombies on it. They're like, "Oh shit, we're out of here." So they take off because they can't fix it. Like Miguel tore the fucking controls right apart. So they go and they're taking off, and Rhodes, he comes cruising up and he sees this and he's like, "Oh fuck." He takes off, leaving everyone behind. Grabs a golf cart, splits, gets into the compound, locks himself up. So you got Rickles and the rest of the crew, they're locked out. Like, they're like, "You fucking cunt, Rhodes. Like, you locked us out, man." So you got, they're fighting the zombies and stuff, and you got some real cool Savini effects, like as like Rickles gets taken out by the zombies and they're biting his fingers off and tearing his eyes out. And you got a couple other, there's another kill where the guy gets his head ripped off. That's another cool one. But anyway, you get Steele. He gets to where Rhodes had locked him out of, and he's trying to get in. What are you gonna do? He's shooting off the zombies. Well, I gotta shoot the door to get in. So he shoots the door, goes in there. Now the zombies can get in. I'm gonna do another video. Cut this one off. Peace.